This is Matt Pearce. Jesus Christ gave us the goals, but Gandhi gave us the tactics. Hi everyone, welcome back. This is our first show from after the Easter break. We've got Simon Lee and Ken.
Hi.
Thanks guys for coming. Happy Easter to you.
Yes.
Did you have a good break?
Yes, I do. Yourself? You have a good political rebirth?
Yes, I did. Yeah. I've had a good break. I ate a few too many chocolate eggs. You might notice I put on a bit of weight, but apart from that, I had a good time. Yeah.
You're still way too fit.
Yeah. Hopefully the weather's getting hotter, so I'm going to try and do a bit more running.
Don't be a McDonald's lover. You're not loving McDonald's.
You can accuse me of many things, Ken, but you can't accuse me of that, of being a McDonald's lover. Right, we're going to get straight in to the show. We've got quite a few things to talk about. We want to obviously talk straight in about the referendum, because obviously this week is the nomination week, and it's basically a month to go, isn't it? No, just over a month. About 6 weeks until the election, and I thought it could be interesting to have a bit of discussion to compare it a little bit to the UK election, because obviously it's actually the campaign is going on exactly at the same time, and because only this week also the Labour government have announced that they're going to have an election in a month. So we can perhaps talk about that after a bit, but after we've perhaps updated and discussed exactly what's happening this week as regards the perhaps the more important election, the Hong Kong election, and so on, and the situation. So who's going to start off? I mean.
We're just pointing fingers. Ken.
Yeah. So the nominations they've actually got to go in. I think it's today, isn't it? Actually, today it's this week, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
And so in the next few days, it will be concrete exactly who's running in the situation, and people will be able to focus their minds about who they are going to vote for.
Yes, and we saw yesterday, you do see Pamela Pak and Raymond Wong also making their applications, given the application. And what's pretty funny is that in the beginning of the application period, you do have Pamela Pak, the former radio host, openly criticizing that, and also telling Raymond Wong publicly that I give you 48 hours, Raymond, if you don't apply to send in your application form, I would do something else. I would go into another constituency, and also chase after other candidates, this bunch of resigned electoral members. But 48 hours has been long gone, and we haven't seen Pamela Pak doing anything. But actually, it's quite funny. Yesterday, you do have Pamela Pak. She originally mentioned that she would wait for Raymond Wong in the application office, so that she would like to confront him on the spot. But it turned out that Pamela Pak went in the morning, and then you have Raymond went in the afternoon. So it's quite funny already. Lots of that sort of elements going on. What I worry is that you do have Pamela Pak saying all this stuff which make the whole situation quite like a soap opera, and there has been a public concern and worry that whether this sort of a soap opera elements will sort of distance, sidetrack or distract the public in terms of the referendum question.
Because in many ways that seat, Cowling West, Pamela against Raymond, is going to be the most interesting contest, isn't it? And in some ways it's going to...
Because of two celebrities, two former broadcasters, the so-called big celebrities.
Yeah, because obviously she's trying to mobilise what she would say the anti-Raymond Wong, or people anyone basically who for whatever reason is against the League of Social Democrats.
On one hand, you can say that she had a very clear agenda, a very personal one, because she mentioned that the reason why she ran was because she wanted to kick Raymond Wong out of office because of the so-called mob politics, or she called she even used that word, the violence. She wanted no more banana throwing, as Ken mentioned. She want all that out of the Legislative Council. But of course, yesterday you do have Raymond Wong saying that, replying that the true violent politics was the single party authoritative sort of political rule that is much more violent than anything else. But I think for Pamela Mac, I don't think she is only just running on an agenda just to want to kick Raymond Wong out, because she did spend some time, spend some thought about a more clear platform in terms of what she's asking for, what she's pursuing. She mentioned that she would like to improve the current functional constituency system. She would like to fight for 5 more functional constituency seats, which is that one is the functional constituency seat for retired people. Another one is for the post-80s teens. I mean, those who were born after 1980. One seat for housewives or homemakers. One for working mom, and one seat for those with physical challenges.
Right.
So, what do you make of it? It sounds like she's the only one who. I think she really give some thought about it, because the so-called post-80s teens, this term came quite late, and then she captured the mood by saying, let's introduce a seat there. So this is what she's fighting for.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of her mindset, to be honest, it's going in the completely opposite direction to mine, actually. I mean, she's actually saying she thinks functional constituencies is a good thing. We want more of them, isn't she? And just that idea to do that seems
but don't forget
crazy.
her husband or boyfriend is currently a functional constituency electoral member.
That's right, he is, isn't
Pearce.
he? Is it tourism?
That's right.
Tourism, yeah, that's right. Okay.
So how would she run a political agenda agenda functional constituencies?
So Simon, what you're saying, that you're afraid that she would like mislead some of the voters?
Oh, at the moment, I mean, she tried to mention that, first of all, functional constituency is not all bad, and she mentioned that she would like to, she liked democracy, she kept emphasizing that, but she would like to fight for democracy in a so-called rational way, non-violent, rational way. So that's all her platform is going. And this is going to be